All right, well, welcome. I'm going to get started here. We have 7 participants. That's great. Um, we got the notice out a little bit late, although it should have been on your paperwork from the September conference. Um, Anyhow, my name is Georgine Bender. I'm a retired 4-H agent here in the state of Florida, and I'll be working with this project in the judging of it as well this year as I did last year. Last year we had 80 participants, which was a monumental task to evaluate and judge, even though they came in early. So it's very important that you get them in on time and keep them on the YouTube website. Don't take them down at all until we give you notice, which will probably be after the fair. I thank you for taking time. It shouldn't be that long, but if you have questions, we've got a time and place for questions. So again, make sure that you've put in the chat box your name, your county, and whether you're 4-H or FFA. And if you have questions, please type it in. I will try to look at it as I'm doing the presentation, but I may have to wait till the end. Okay, you can see my screen, correct? Illustrated talk or demonstration video? Just tell me in the chat box. Yes. Nope. You should be able to see my screen. All right. All right, and as I said, I am recording this. Okay. How many of you, this is your first time to do a video for the fair? Okay. Well, another person has joined. Oh, super. All right. Well, I'm going to go over some things with you. Let's take a look at the overview. Whoops. Remove this. We're going to review the rules that you should have in your fair book. They also were supposed to have been given out in September at the event. We're going to review some tips after last year's judging. I've got some great tips that will help you. We're going to review that scorecard. There's an additional section this year. And I want to take your questions, of course, and we'll summarize in the end. Okay, the rules, and there are 11 different rules that are listed, or 11 different rules and procedures for you. You should have this copy. If you don't, I encourage you to go to the website, the Ag website at State Fair, and download it so that you have this as well. You can earn achievement premium points through doing this video. The video is only for sheep, beef, or steer areas only. And as you see, we had 80 last year. I know we'll have an increase this year, so I'm not sure we're going to be increasing categories either. I try to get at least 2 people to review the and score your videos. Ideally, I would like 3, but it is a monumental task to review all of these that come in. So I'm doing good to get 2 right now. Each area this year needs a registration form. So if you're submitting the same video for beef and steer, it needs a separate registration form. You'll most likely get the same score, but you can use that video for both if you have a beef and you have a steer. okay? We weren't really sure how that was working last year, didn't really know who was doing what the way the registration form was. So make sure that you have a registration form for your animals that you plan to do a video on. You can do an individual, or you can do a team demonstration of 2. It should be an original video based on the Skillathon material, which is health this year, or any research that you find beyond what the Skillathon does is always, always helpful and makes it more original. I will tell you that. Also in the rules, it tells what a demonstration is and what an illustrated talk is. A demonstration has a finished product at the end that is completed. So I'm going to show you how to give an animal shots, and you demonstrate how to do it so that in the end, the person viewing it sees how to give a shot. An illustrated talk doesn't have the product. You just tell it with pictures and videos or talk. It mostly has, it might have a PowerPoint, or it might just have a posters is fine. But it's a talk about something. You might talk about a health issue that's an issue, but it's not a demonstration. Okay, the length of the video, and this is crucial. Your junior division, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, minimum of 3 minutes, maximum of 5 minutes. Intermediate, 11, 12, and 13, 5 minutes minimum, and 7 minutes maximum. And seniors, 7 minutes minimum and 10 minutes maximum. 5 points this year will be deducted in the requirements category, which is new, for any under or over the time limit. Okay, make sure this is crucial for you to get points. Exhibitors must be in official show attire. So if you're showing with FFA, you would wear your FFA uniform for the demonstration. If you have a 4-H jacket or a 4-H t-shirt or something that you would use to show in, please make sure that you have the proper official show attire. Failure to adhere to any of these rules could result in disqualification, which is the decision of the judges. And you should also make sure that you cite your resources, such as the Skillathon and any other websites or interviews that you have with people should also be cited. And that can be at the end of your presentation. Either you verbally give it, or it could be done on a slide. That's just equally as well. Some tips for you. Excuse me. Practice, practice, practice before taping. You could tape, but watch your practice. Watch your practice taping. It's very important. You can have assistance with videoing. Someone can do the camera for you. You can splice it and put it together, but it all must be in one video. Last year we got several that were like 3 separate videos that we had to watch in order. That's not what we want. We want it all together, the video. So it's got to be put together, not 3 separate videos or more. So you can have assistance with that. Definitely preview your video before sending it. Make sure we can see your slides, hear your audio, check for any spelling errors, make sure your name, division, title, and credits are shown, on the slides or somewhere in the presentation. Upload your video to YouTube. Make sure you list it as unlisted. That will let us be able to get into it, but not be a public video, so it's out on the web. The file format can only be an MP4 or a WMV only. It has to be up on YouTube. We will no more take CDs coming in or emails. Okay, so it has to go up on YouTube so we can judge it. The judges judge from home, so they can access this on YouTube, and it makes it much more convenient for our judges. Review the link on copyrights and trademarks on the handout you should have gotten, and if you didn't, it's on the FAIR website, how to create a demonstration illustrated talk video. It's very important that you get permission for copyrights and trademarks, and also there is a link of some common use items that are not copyrighted and trademarked. Music is very important to be sure that you have music that is not copyrighted, as well as logos. The official 4-H logo and the FFA logo you have permission to use, but they must be used in the official logo capacity. You can't change them. Time your presentation and have others score your presentation. You should have a score sheet, so make sure that you are get mother, father, grandpa, grandma, neighbor, another 4-H or FFA person to score your presentation. That'll give you some help. And my last tip for you is the presentation must have a beginning where you introduce yourself, your topic, what you're going to talk about, like an overview. The middle, which is all the components that you said you were going to talk about, and a summary. It must have a summary and an ending, which means you review briefly what you just told them, and you have a cute little ending. The number one issue last year was time. Probably the majority of the videos were under time. I think I may have had one that was over, but most of them were under the minimum time. And the second most issue that occurred was many of you just ended your presentation. There was no summary. There was no ending. You just shut the camera down. Well, you started great. You need to end great. Whether it's a little saying you say at the end or thank them for watching your video, that type of thing. One of the key things, I know that you're worried about the timing and how can I meet that time. An interesting thing that some people did, only a few, but they were excellent. They actually took pictures of their project and did like a 30-second, maybe a little more than that, a video in the beginning of their presentation about their animal in the setting. Or they took pictures from FAIR and put them in. But they did like an intro video, a little teaser, and then they had the same thing at the end with their credits rolling. So that can give you about another minute. So that would certainly help. Just don't go like 2 to 3 minutes on a pre-video and a post-video. And again, this can be done with slides that move themselves back and forth, or they fade in and they fade out. I think that was the the best presentations I saw last year, and they were able to make the time. So if that's an issue, go look at some on YouTube that may still be up from other counties and see how the presentations have a little of a preview and a post view. Also, your presentation as a demonstration or illustrated talk is exactly the same that it should be in front of a person. So you always have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay? Your scorecard. Hopefully you've downloaded that scorecard and you have it. The only thing we changed this year was the exhibitor gets 30 points because of time requirements. So we have the time requirements. Appearance, poise, voice, grammar, and your time. So you can lose 5 points if you don't make time or you go overtime out of the 30. Most of you got appearance. This really is 30 points that you can control. Some of you, your voice was not audible to hear. That was probably just a handful of you. Okay? Whoops, sorry. Presentation is the bulk of it. How you look, your introduction, your summary. Do you have a summary? Visual aids or your PowerPoint. Can we see your PowerPoint? Demonstration. Do you have the camera zoom in so we can see all the parts of your demonstration? And how you flow with the material. That's the big bulk of the score. And then lastly, excuse me, the subject is 20 points. Excuse me. This is accuracy. Is it difficult for your age group? Hopefully someone that's a senior is not just doing body parts of an animal. That's usually in the junior division. And the results. Did you show us what you said you were going to in the beginning? So those are the points for the judging score, and you will get those back and after the fair. Now we'll take your questions in the chat box, if you could. Questions? And for those of you who just entered, please type your name, your county, and also if you are 4-H or FFA in the chat box so we know who's here. So questions, any questions on what's being required of you? There's a lot of good hints and helpful tips and links on the how to create a demonstration. No questions? Where can you find that? Let's see if I can get to the website from here. stand by. I'm going to try. Window is closed. I can try to. Okay. Okay, let's go to the Florida State Fair website. And can you see the screen? Okay, so here's the fair web screen. You're going to go to agribusiness. And then you're going to go to rules and entry forms. And then you're going to go to, let's go to beef. It'll also be under sheep and steers. So looking at beef, we scroll down and we see the educational poster criteria judge sheet, and we see the rubric and entry form. Let's go to that. Okay, so this is the rules. This is the 3-page information on how to help you with lighting, camera, action, the registration. Okay, let's see. And there is the section on copyright. Let's see if I can find the registration form. That should be here somewhere. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for the registration form. I found it yesterday. Let's go back to beef. Ah, here it is. Okay, it's right in that same section. So you click on the link. Again, they're due January 11th. Specify which show. Only can be one in here. Your name, your email, your division, title, whether you're an individual or a team, the type of video, illustrated or demonstration. If you have a team member, your name here, team member's name, and team member's email, and team member's age division. Should be in the same division. And your YouTube video link. Please copy and paste the full length in here and submit. Okay, so we got that under the beef. It'll be under sheep and it'll be under steers as well, towards the bottom of the page. And it will have your registration form and the handouts that I talked about. Did I answer your question? Okay, we have a question about the video. Yes, I am taping this, and I will put the link on the Fairbook ag site, the agribusiness site tomorrow. I will send it to Lynanne, and you can watch this again and then copy it if you like. Okay? Okay, so we know where we're getting the information from. Let's just double check that it's in. I don't see swine listed here, or oh, there's sheep. Okay, sheep. Okay, so here it is, the judging posters, the illustrated talk information, and the online registration. And it should also be in the steer. And it is the poster and the rubric for demonstration video and the registration form. Okay. All right. So if there are no more questions, I just want to summarize so that you guys know how we're supposed to be doing this, summarizing. So tonight we reviewed the rules section of the fair for you for the video. We talked about some key tips to help you about pre-video slides and post-video slides, especially with your credits on them, that you should preview it before you just tape it and send it. Make sure you have the main components. We reviewed the main components of the scorecard. It's still 100 points. And I answered a couple of questions. And remember that your video is due uploaded in YouTube by January 11th, 2018. And we will let you know somehow to let you know, we'll let you know that we have received it. As long as I have a good email address on you, I should be able to let you know that we received it. Okay, and now I'll show you my credits. And also, let me give you my email in case some of you don't have it. It's gmbender@ufl.edu. As I said, I am a retired 4-H agent. So if you have questions, please be free to give me an email, and I'm happy to work with you if you have any concerns. And of course, do that before January 11th or 10th. Are there any other questions? Has this been helpful to you? Here's my email. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Appreciate we had 10 people on. It's probably 1/10 of the people who will be submitting, but perhaps you all will have some of the best videos then. Do go to YouTube and take a look at what some other states and 4-H programs have done on their videos. There's lots of demonstration videos. Make sure, though, that their rules are following ours. Most of them do, even with the time elements. So, all right. I thank you very much. I will end this meeting. If you have no other questions, I will post it on the ag site, which is Florida State Fair AG.com. Oh, I think it's .org. One of those. .org or .com. So it'll be on that fair site, or maybe Miss Lynn will send it out to the group, but I will get it to you tomorrow. Thank you all, and good luck at the fair. Look forward to seeing your videos.